Welcome to Home Cinema and Tech Review. In this video, I will be reviewing the Nothing projector screen, 120-inch projector screen with the setup that I got. This is my new setup. So I am holding a light. So what's the point? So let's start with the topic then. You're going to see in this video Nothing projector screen, 100-inch UST ALR screen, and you are actually seeing it. But this video will be a couple of sections that you're going to see the box opening, and you're going to see how I placed it. And I am also hiding this screen behind the back of these two single seaters. So right now, this screen has, let me just open up the light that you can separately see me. And this screen has a 178, they say it, but I can see it from even 180 degree. So it's a crazy angled screen. But right now, the light that I got does not affect what you see, right? At least not too much. So basically, lenticular, this is a lenticular ALR screen. There are Fresnel ALR screens, lenticular ALR screens, and there are some other new materials out there. But this is quite the ones that one of the types that I love. The reason behind it, lenticular screens has like 45 degree angle. So I'm going to tell you first what happens. Right now, this is the Epson LS300, Full HD, triple laser, 3 LCD style, which is Epson's main technology. So it is actually using laser and creating a huge amount of contrast. It's a Full HD projector with a 3000 ANSI lumen brightness. And as you can see, even with this condition, it creates quite a bit of picture. What I say about this is a Full HD projector, but right now we are giving 4K YouTube video internally, so we got huge amount of details. But the setup that you see in this room, I will show you darkroom, lit room setup, different solutions. I got one Philips Hue over there, one Philips Hue at the back, and one Philips Hue under the couch. So this is a book readable light level, and you're seeing me. But what I'm going to do, how much ambient light can affect this sort of a high-end screen. So since it's lenticular, it is 45 degree angle light getting in a way. So only light that it can get, it's coming from below. If it comes from top, it's not going to affect. At least, okay, it's a huge video light that you can see me in a great way. So this is a big Ulanzi video light. You're not going to do it with any TV. If you do it like this, it's going to affect a little bit, at least the reflections, you're going to see the light, but you're not going to see the reflection because it's matte surface. So if I do it like this, top light, it's not going to get, because the light has to come from 45 degree below. If I do it direct light, it's not going to still affect too much. You're seeing me, but it's not going to affect the picture. The reason behind it, it's not going to get this way, but if I do it like this, it will get the light, just like the projector, okay? If I do it, if I not do it, but if I do it like this, it's not going to get it in the same way. So you get the idea. Basically, you can't create a bad image if you got a good projector screen like this. Again, this is a sponsored video. They sent me this Nothing projector screen. But you know me, I review everything in detail. If you want to purchase this screen, you got a chance. You can use the discount code, the affiliation link in the description below, and that will help you to get a better price. But this is not just about price. We're going to walk around the room and talk about the setup. You're going to see a couple of videos, educational based, with different projectors, with the same projector screen. But what I want to do is to show you how bad it can get if you drop down the screen into the white one. But before that, I need to open up the ambient lights. So first light is open. Right now the back lights are on. So backlights, by what I mean by the backlights, this is the craziest part. Take a look at this. 800 lux of light. So I'm going to walk you through. This is the amount of light. This is the huge table. And this is the Philips Hue, and this is another Hue, and Hue beneath the couch, and we got the screen like this. So I'm going to get in front of the camera again. So this normally is not a setup that you normally watch, even a TV. If you have a TV right in front of something like this light, it will reflect right back at you, and either you're going to see your shadow or the reflection of these lights. But still, picture is amazing. So I shoot this video in an auto exposure way, because if I don't auto expose, a couple of things will happen. Right now what you're seeing is a little bit of pale, right? But actually it's not with my eyes, because my eyes has better auto exposure than the camera. And the second thing is, if I don't do auto expose, the room will be kind of like darker. You're going to see the screen better, but you're not going to be able to see me. So I'm trying to show myself. With the jokes aside, this is what you see. The auto exposure really helps with the ambient light. And where I sit right now, I can literally here read books. This is a book readable position. At my back, I got a huge light. If I hold a book like this, I can read it with no problem. So one important thing, I'm going to open up the lights, show you compared to a white screen. But before that, I want to show you the angle of it. Let me just rotate the camera. Okay, I'm going to get close. Oops, sorry, tackled a little bit. I'm going to get close. This is where I sit. And as you can see, this is the second seat right in front of me. Let me just close down the tripod. And this is the second seat right here. And this, they call it 178 degree, but I'm going to go full on the side. This is a 180 degree. Can you see it? So this is maybe 175. So basically you can watch it from anywhere. That's the magic happening here. So it reflects the light just from below and back at you. So it's going to create this amazing picture. Take a look at this. I'm going to get closer. Okay, this, I'm going to get a little higher and talk about it a little bit. This is a 120-inch screen, and this is the biggest one that I can get in my house. Thanks for Nothing Projector Screens to send me out for a review. It's like I said, this is an affiliated video, but it's my own opinion always, and I create dedicated tutorials how you can cost down this setup if you don't have the budget. So I need to find the remote controls. Sorry for that. Right now what you're seeing is actually is a 4K video coming from a dongle, but Epson LS300 can play this sort of video. Let's take a look. Ocean Life. Okay. Meanwhile, you're seeing the screen. I think this is the sweet spot of 120-inch. Let me just call it a little bit back. I'm playing many videos when I review stuff. So Epson LS300, it's price performance full HD laser projector. That's why I'm using it. This is right now belongs to my brother. I'm going to probably buy Epson LS650 because it's 4K. So if you don't have the budget, you can still get a full HD. Hear me out. You can buy the screen and create this setup. I would probably do it if I were you. Like, without buying a proper screen like this, ultra short throw can't really shine. Yes, you can get a picture in fully dark room, but even in the full dark room setup, reflected lights, like from the ceiling and from the ground, it's going to reflect back to the white screen, and you're going to see it just in a second. I will drop down the screen and show you what happens. In a halfway, you're going to see the picture, how it ruins itself. So if you want to get the best blacks, just like a LED TV, or if you want to get the sharpest image, this is the sort of screen that you want to buy. And you can, believe me when I say so, you can spend the half of the budget to the screen without any problem. Like, for example, if you're thinking about a $4,000 high-end ultra short throw projector, get yourself a $2,000 range full HD ultra short throw projector and get yourself a good screen like this. Because when you do that, you're going to have a better picture. For the contrast base, for the reflection base. Of course, you might not get the best gaming capabilities. From the projector's perspective, you might not get the 4K. Instead of, you're going to be probably leaving yourself full HD. But believe me, full HD with an ultra short throw is kind of like, if you're in a tight budget, is better than 4K without the screen. You have to all the time dim down the room lights into the zero, even if When you do that, you're not going to get the blacks, you're not going to get the contrast. So to prove my point, I'm going to drop down the screen. Get ready. Screen is dropping down. It's dropping down quite silent. That's one of the things. With the jokes aside, this is one of the silent ultra short throw screens that I see. So I'm going to stop. You can clearly see blacks are kind of like gone at the high level. And at the bottom, of course, the screen is a little bit of increased on the size because it has a little bit of distance from this screen, thickness of the screen, and then you got yourself a back. But basically, you are getting what I mean. Like you're losing literally on the contrast size. Let me just go play something else because, okay, this is an OLED video again. We need something much more punchy on the contrast, and I'm going to open up the ambient lights. Don't worry. I wouldn't expect that. So let's go. To show you the blacks, first, you're basically seeing the blacks even with nothing appears. And this is an obvious situation. I should get back to the screen behind the camera. Yes, the first thing is obvious, night and day. I don't have to tell you anything. But what if I open up the ambient lights? Just wait a while. And this is going to kill from above. Yes, it is a killing shot. As you can see, the picture is dead. So if you have an ambient light, of course, you're going to have an idea, like if it's an ambient light projection screen, if it's expensive, it needs to act like that. But you're not going to get only just sort of, let's just say, darker colors, contrast in a lit environment like this. I'm going to close the lights back again so you got a better clue. Okay, so this is what you get. This is an ambient light setup. And even with the ambient light setup, picture is, in my opinion, beeped up. Literally, take a look at this. This is just ambient lights. Okay, I'm going to do the worst setup for ultra short throw screen. Like, what happens if you got a pitch black room? Okay, I'm going to close the ambient lights. Okay, I'm open up the Philips Hue app. This is live. I've closed every light possible. And we are watching, okay? So I think we need to go forward a little bit. Yes, even this screen, okay, this scene, you can see upwards having lot loss on the contrast. Take a look at this because ambient really reflects every bit of light coming at it. So if you care about blacks, if you care about picture quality, if you care about all this, you need an ALR. Take a look at the difference. It's night and day. But I want to show you something else. I did a video, dedicated video about this, but when we do a 4K gameplay, let's just, yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 is kind of like probably a good game. Oh, sorry, I opened up the Spider-Man. Okay, this is Red Dead Redemption 2. So, my mic is working. If you look at the top of the screen, this is a tension screen. This is a non-tension screen. Can you see the curve up above? And everything is curving. Take a look at this. If you don't have tension screen, you're going to have a bulging image or highly distorted image because you don't have a flat surface. This is a white screen. And I made it secretly. This is a custom screen that I made, but from the back of the curtains, it has to have a little bit of flow, so you got no perfect surface. You can see it. Let me just show you with my hand. You can see the distortion around here if you are careful. When the character is moving, take a look at here and here. Some sort of a wavy distortion around the side. And of course, you can see it around this angle too. So you got to be a little bit careful about this. But this is an obvious section. Take a look at this. Everything is bending. The reason behind it, of course, is non-tension. So I'm going to open up the room lights, okay, and kill that image and open up the ambient light rejection, nothing projector screen, and get back to the topic. Tension is one solution to get the best picture. If you don't have tension, you have seen what happens. The picture brightness will be going a little bit of down. These screens are decreasing the brightness. They are not like high gain screens. So you gotta have a dedicated bright projector. This projector is right now in echo mode. So if I push it to the bright mode, it will be even better. So let me just do that because you need to see that. Like, this is not the most expensive projector. Let's take a look. This is the Epson menu and the picture is in the vivid mode. I'm going to go to the dynamic. Get ready. This is the dynamic mode. So this is the brightest mode in a lit environment. And the camera is not doing justice, but I want to move just a little bit away. I want to get the camera high. So I want to rotate the camera. Okay. Everything is live, no trick. So I'm going to close the ambient lights. Sorry, ambient lights are closed. But I'm going to open up, since I've opened up the projector, I'm going to open up the ambient lights back. So let's take a look at this. Okay. So I'm going to sit around here somewhere. So basically, right now the Philips Hue ambient lights are on. I can clearly read any book from where I sit, from the light of screen. This is not the best picture of Epson LS300. The reason behind it, when in the bright mode, this projector creates like little yellowish or greenish color. Many of the projectors does that, but even with the echo mode, the picture is on the brightness side great. And you can purchase 132 inch size from Nothing projector screens. So my model is 120 inch and it has 0.6 gain, if I remember correctly. I will drop down the link for you guys. So you can buy different gain level of ultra short throw projector screens from Nothing projector screens. You can buy fixed models. Instead of fixed models, I really love motorized models like this floor rising screens. The reason behind it, it gives the versatility. Right now I have a balcony at the back and I have huge windows. So I can close this up, get this 2-seat right in front. I take the projector away and you don't see I have a screen underneath. So it creates quite a bit of good setup. Like, nobody knows I have a huge screen and I can open it up and create a cinema when I want to enjoy a cinema. Don't worry, in the upcoming videos, I will do side by side with a 75-inch TV, how it feels like the gameplay or watching movies in sort of like 120 and 75-inch TV. You can't catch the softness of a projector. You can't catch the size of a projector with a similar price of a TV. When I say that, some people are offended. Okay, there are good TVs out there and they're getting bigger, but if you buy around cheap price, big TV like 100 inch, first 120 inch is huge compared to 100 inch. Let me just give you a value. 75-inch TV and 100-inch projection screen is like 77% different on the side because we are going diagonal. So if you go from 100-inch to 120-inch, it's a big increase. Look at the size of this thing. It's big as real size person. So everything you see on the screen with the 120, it's going to be feeling like a real life. It's not going to be feeling similar. And if you go cheap on the TV side, you're not going to have the 180-degree angle like this. And you're not going to be having the softness, and I'm not saying that image problem as a softness, but feeling of a reflected light, and I'm going to probably create another video for this, is better than a cheap TV. So don't think this as just comparison to TVs. When I talk about it, everybody just ask me similar stuff. So you're right now seeing many of the video menus. So you're really, I think, had quite a bit of experience in this setup. So if you don't know my channel, you can subscribe, you can learn more. I've created a couple of videos with this screen, so you can cost down on the projector, get quite a bit of good image. Like I said again, investing a screen, in my many videos, I always say, projector screen is like a tire. if you got 1,000 horsepower, if you don't have the tire, the wheel, you can't put the power to the ground. This is where it sticks. This is the rubber of a car. If you have 1,000 horsepower, you got a good wheel. You need to have a good wheel. That's it. You have seen the dedicated section where I show you versus white versus this. Even in the worst light scenarios, ALR screen will get you there. And if you don't have the total budget, spend some of it to the screen like this and then get yourself a full HD until you get a 4K projector. You can still have a better picture without a screen compared to the versions of without a screen. So don't spend your entire budget to the projector. It's like putting everything on the engine when you modify a car. And if you don't have the wheels, if you don't have the brakes, you can't stop, you can't turn. If you don't have the suspension, it won't hold you on the ground. And so what? You're going to crash. So logical choice is spending quite a bit of money onto the screen. It's going to last tens of years. It's not going to be like a technology-wise, it's not going to get old. As long as the projectors are working in the same direction, projecting a light, it will stay the same. So you're going to invest in a long term and you're going to be happy with the results. And one more important thing is, if you're thinking about the long throw projector setup, you might think again if you got a little bit about the budget. Everybody says these screens are expensive. Let's take a look. If you buy with a full HD projector, if it's a boob ultra short throw one, you can find it even cheaper than these. These have a lot more contrast. But if you buy 100-inch projector screen plus probably a projector of full HD, a good one, ultra short throw, it's going to be still cheaper than a 75-inch OLED top-of-the-line TV. So if you buy a very good TV, think again. Buy a QLED TV, QNET or QLED like me, and get this sort of setup so you got yourself best of both worlds. And I made a couple of videos, and there will be other videos too, because I think this topic really needs to be understood from a lot of people. And I'm not advocating just for projectors. I love them. So I'm kind of like first projector guy, and then secondly maybe tech as a tech guy, TV guy. But there is a bit of feeling into it. And I will probably create another video. This is just a review video. All I can tell you is Nothing projector screen is silent than many of the others in the market. And packaging was better than I expected. Top of the line, the cover that I removed, you're going to see in the dedicated section, is better. Like literally this is not getting anything, dust and anything. And build quality is solid. Like I told you, the only thing that you need to be concerned with are if it's a 120, above 100, I think you should put it on the ground. If it's a motorized screen like this. If you're not going to put it on the ground, if you're planning to put it on a TV unit like my early setup, I suggest to get a fixed screen, because when the roll-up screens goes high, if you're buying a 120, 132 from them, and you're going to lower the projector as much as possible because you need a distance, and then visual otherwise will be too high. This is a right spot where I watched the video and you've seen the angle. I am sitting right here from 4.7 meters, and this is the perfect image that I watch all the time. So I recommend, if you can have the budget, 120, just like this, because 100 might be seemingly a little smaller for some people, because TVs are getting 75 and 86 are faster. And if you're going to invest such a stuff, invest a little bit more and get yourself a biggest possible screen. Later on, you will change the projector when you can. One other thing that I want to make clear in the end of this Nothing Projector 120-inch screen review is, like, this was my dream setup, but you can create this setup, this dream setup, for probably less than half, and also maybe up to a third of a price. And I will explain that in the upcoming videos. So if you are in a journey, I will use the same screen but cost down with different projectors and show you the picture quality. So I think those videos will help more people without too much of a budget, but still want to use the ALR screen like this, because this is kind of like a dream setup, I think, for you guys, because I was streaming setup like this, and for me, alhamdulillah, I got this sort of setup. So I hope you can create it with a lower budget, and I will teach you that. Until the next video, before say hoşça kalın, I will just, where's my light? I want to light my face in the end of the video, because I'm going to get close to you guys. So, in the end of the video, I think you learned a lot of stuff. And if you want to buy this, you can use the discount codes and the affiliation links. You can help the channel and me, and you can get yourself a good discount. But before leaving you out, you're going to be able to watch the close-ups, okay, and the box content, and my installation, taking it out from the box. And I think that's about it. One thing that I didn't mention, it has a USB dongle, and you're going to see it up close in a section. And with that device, you can start up without using the remote of the projector screen from this Nothing projector screen. The dongle does everything for you, so you are going to be able to, just open up the projector, and the screen opens up when your projector is booting. And that's great stuff if you're going to use it as a TV. And when you close the projector, it just goes down. You're going to see those sections, but I want to just tell you that in the end of the video. I don't want to forget anything. And it's silent, really silent. Everybody asks that. Other than that, if you have questions, this is my daily setup now, so you can ask anything. I will probably be able to tell, or at least try to figure out what you're looking for. Then we can talk. So, hope to see you in the next video. Until the next video, as always, hoşça kalın. Home Cinema and Tech Review. Bye. Look at this great image. It's awesome. I hope you can get something like this one day. I am lucky that you guys are supporting, and people are, sponsoring this channel. So for more, I'd like to give away such a expensive stuff in the future. If the channel grows, why not? If the sponsors give me the chance to, make giveaways, for that, I guess the channel needs a little bit of more views. Yeah, but I'm hoping for that. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye. Welcome to the box content section. If you're watching until now, probably you are wondering about the Nothing projector screen and you want to buy one, just like me, to have a good, great picture. So let's start with what we have. We have a remote dongle which helps us, and you're going to see it in the dedicated section, to, as you can see here, just to hear the click. If it's powered by the USB, it just starts up and automatically sends a signal to your projector screen. Then when your projector is booting, giving the power of this, it will power up your screen. How cool is that? So we got 4 feet. I haven't applied, but I need to, because I don't want to scratch my surface. But you have to stick them under the feet of your projector screen. So if you're going to put it on a table, if you're going to put it on the ground of a sensitive surface, it's good to have a, this is sponge style, but quite heavy or durable, as you can see. 4 feet that you wanna apply, not scratching the surface. So you got 2 screws, and for wall fixation tools here. I don't know their English names, sorry for that. And we got a remote control. Let's open up from here. Since I've already opened up and used the projector, I'm doing it for the second time for you guys. So this is the remote control. I don't have anything else for the box. And remote control feels quite good. Simple. Right now the screen is working. I don't want to push the buttons, but this is the click level. And when I click, you can see a light, piano white we can call it. And at the back, what do we have? Like, we have transmitter frequency. So this is the frequency that you have to know. And seeing it, it's good. practical. So by the way, what do you have? At the back, we have 3M placement. Those screws are for this. So you have to take this, okay, you have to take this. But how I can take this, I need to use my little help here. I love this knife, and I think you really love it too. I use it for majority of things. It gets the job done. It's not inside the box content. So this is the stuff that you want to hang. It's magnetic, I guess. No, it's just flapping in. Okay, kind of. So you gotta know, if you're going to put it on a wall, hang it. Hang this remote control. You can use it. Don't forget this. And if you can push this and take this out, let me just show you again. It's kind of like the point of this section. And if you push this, you get yourself, let's take a look, a remote controls battery. So it comes with a battery. Some companies don't. It's using CR 2450. So you've seen the battery that you might need in the future. But for now, there is no need. It's going to last for tens of years, in my opinion. At least if you're not going to use this, but use the remote, you're not going to be wasting the battery of the remote control. So other than that, what do we have? Like, we have 4 feet here, and screw and a remote. Since these are gone, let's take them down around here. And what else do we have? Okay, we got big screws, and if you're going to open up the legs and put them onto the ground without any sort of like movement, and I think those are for them. Let's take a look at the user manual. This is the most important part. Thank you for purchasing and stuff, and open up. Sorry, I need to lick my finger. I know it sounds easy, but classical way. So base can be moved out along the slot housing. So as you can see, they can feed the extent, but I didn't do that. It's balanced, it's at home, but you can widen the space so it gives better balance, and in any case, if somebody pushes it, it's not going to be full. Or it could be like this. Right now it's standing like this, feet are closed, but you can extend them outside. You can place them then and reverse them, install them later on. So it's kind of like an outside installation. So it says not to be used outdoors. And of course, these things are electrified and not waterproofed. So other than the wall mount installation, it says around here, you take these and then to the wall. And how it happens: adjust base according to method 2, and then prepare 2 tripods yourself to fix the tripod, the base of M6. So that will be another thing to look out. But from the standpoint, I think we need holders, but I will check. I will create another video if I can ever manage to do that. Circuit wiring diagram, it's a good thing to have if there will be any problems, but I don't think. I'm using for years ultra short wave screens and motorized screens. Nothing happened inside of house, and having these sort of details are good. Screen cleaning and Readable. I can't read it, sorry for that. So I would have liked to see some, brush to get the dust, if there is any. I would have liked any adjustment, possibly like a screwdriver, but I have a screwdriver and I have like brushes to clean my screens. So basically, if it would be better to see them in the box content for this price range, but it's not a deal breaker unless you have a great screen like this. So that's just one thing to be think about. This section is over. Welcome to the box opening section of Nothing Screen 120. This is about 1 o'clock late at night. Everybody is sleeping, so I'm going to be a little slow. This video section might be fast-paced, like fasten it up later on for you to not see the entire process. But if I can hold it, you know, my videos are sometimes long. I want to share the experience. So get yourself a good knife. These are protective cartons, outside layer, just for the edge protection, and I think it's something good to have. And some of the stickers, because of the customs, they check the products, otherwise it may not be happen to you. So it might be about my country customs. Everywhere customs acts differently, so they also cut some of the box to check it out. And let's have a look. Where is the top piece? So we got some protectives around the corners, and I'm going to peel it up. Okay. This is a huge screen, so it is normal to go slow. And yeah. Okay, this is the top, I guess. Let me just rotate it again. Okay, so I think I'm getting somewhere. So, okay, it's going to open like this, so I'm going to rotate it again. Double check. Okay, I need to take a look at it. Okay. I need to double check the other side. Yeah. Don't worry, I will take this off. My box didn't come out because the customs cut it to piece to see what's inside. That's why the piece is moving. That's why it's not coming directly. Okay, let me just check. I don't want to hurt the device. And I am getting excited. Since I'm going to throw the box out, I don't care too much, as long as it's safe. So this procedure shows how much material they are trying to protect. Each layer is just for protection of the screen. Warning is on the top, so I open up correctly. So this is the user manual, and accessories. Let me just check. Remote control, power supply cable, and also USB sensor for the projector. Yes, this is the end. So in this section, I'm going to gather things around to throw it at that angle, and I'm going to continue there. I'm going to just need to stop the video for a second. And I've gathered everything, and I'm going to continue. But before that, I need to take this table from here to here. The reason is, since I have the TV here, I have a secret white screen, as you all know the channel. So I'm going to take the screen, put it around here, behind these single seaters. So with that, I'm going to have another secret screen. When I wanted to create a cinema, I will take the seats like this on the side, and I will have an ALR 120 inch. So since I'm a single person, these things are heavy. So in order to do it correctly, I'm going to take a look at what's the front and what's the back side of things. And I think this is the back side. So I'm going to push it and then take it outside the box. That's the easy way of doing things. So this is longer than anticipated. So if you want to know the length, that's what matters, right? You can check it out, screensizecalculator.com. This is a 2.83 because of the side panels that it has to have. So this space is 3 meters. This is a 2.83. It's a quite large screen. So in order for me to fit it in, I need to push the seats a little bit. This is not a room for this size of a screen, I know. You might be asking me, in order to not to hurt your belly or back, lower back, you need to do it like this. If you're a single person, the easiest way to go one by one. And I'm going to take the box, okay, not to hurt your back. You can pull it in the middle, but this thing is not balanced. And if you ever pick up a big TV, for example, I picked up a 65 LG, 22 kilos with the feet. It was 26. So from the middle, it's interesting. It's very thin. This is kind of like similar. You can hold it in the middle if you want to balance it, but it can't fall. So just in case, make sure everything is in the right angle. And I'm pushing the box, taking the screen. Go slow. If you're a single person, you don't want to hurry. And that's about it. I've taken the box away. And I'm ready to put the screen where it needs to be. So again, I'm going slow. Just taking it high. And I need to check, yeah. This is coming out nicely. This is again another protective layer, and they've also put it a tape. I'm going to shoot a close-up. There's a warning on the top. Before the protective film is torn off, live work is strictly prohibited. So we need to take this cover off, but I'm going to shoot it close-up for you to see it and then put it into its place. So there will be another section before the peeling of the top section, and we're about to be done. If you got a 2-person is holding it, higher than the ground, it's going to be easy. For me, it's a little getting tougher than what it should have been. Of course, you can always do a cutout, because I'm going to not need this top. Hold it upwards just for the protection of the device. You don't want to scratch your brand new screen. At least not even the case. You're not going to scratch the upper part, but this is the easy way. So that's about it. So, by the way, the thickness, in case you're wondering, is 15.5 up to 16 centimeters. And the height of the screen from the ground up is about 11. But you can find all these specs on their website that you will be finding in the description of this video. And of course, the links and stuff. If they send me a discount code, of course, you can also find that too. So let's get close. In this section, we are getting close, and this is how it looks. As you can see, there's a warning sign. Without removing this, don't try to work it out. This is a peeling layer. Let me just adjust the ISO of the camera so you can see it better. This is a protective film layer. We need to cover it up, take it out. This is for shipment protection. This is a quite sticky film. We need to remove it because this pieces has to move. So I'm going to peel it off until the edge. Good thinking. It'll also protect against the dust around when the travel happening. So when they ship it before shipment. So this is the protective layer. Right now, the screen is free. I repeat, screen is free. Let's take it out and place it. Okay, we have come to the last section where I have to place it, and I need to move it. This space is about a little bit bigger than 3 meters. My screen, 135 inch, pretty white. It's not going to have the best blacks and the contrast of this screen, but it will give me the chance of comparison with a regular white and huge ALR again, which I quite enjoy doing so. So I will take it into the small gap that I have over there, put it slowly. You don't have to go this much of a hassle, but I have a small space, so I needed to adjust everything. Readjust just a little bit. I have even another projector screen here, so I need to move a little bit. Camera angle might change just a little bit, but we will solve it. I don't want to scratch the screen, so okay, I'm okay. This, where the screen will be, I will of course I will have to be adjusting it like this. So this, is it in the middle? Not yet. Just a little bit. And we are good to go. I repeat, we are good to go. I didn't open the legs. I haven't opened the legs. I can extend it. But since I'm putting it onto the ground, I don't care too much. And really right now, my screen, white screen, is in the back. And this will be on the front. And if I want to take the seats will be around here. You're not going to notice the custom screen. So this is going to be a dedicated place for it, for me. I think this should be in the middle of just a big living room. But basically, since I don't have too much of a space, I gotta live with what I got. So this is going to be great. Let's connect the cables and hit the power button. While I was arranging the screen, an accident happened, and most of the time happens. This is late at night. It's coming up to 1:30 o'clock. So I broke one of the Philips Hue lights that is connected to this, the bulb cover. And right now the glass is gone. Don't worry, I know how to repair it with the plastic base, but this was an expensive Philips Hue RGB light. It will work, it's an LED. Glass doesn't mean anything actually, but basically we have a loss along the way. And for that, I need your support, thumbs up. I give lots of effort for creating these videos. So, I'm going to continue. In this time of the video, I'm going to give for the first time electricity. So, yep. I'm going to use the remote control. It comes with the battery, and let's hit the up button. And I realized I put the screen backwards. Yeah, so I need to reverse it and do the whole thing. It's going to take a couple of minutes, but you don't have to wait. We will skip this part. Something always happens. Okay, no problem. Since this was an opportunity to have it back, because we want to see the mechanism, since you're going to pay quite a lot of money to this device, I'm going to hit the up button and I'm going to get close and show you the motorized system. It's extremely silent and there is a tension around the edge. You can see it, right? It's like a fishing. Okay, I'm going to stop it. I'm going to go down. This is the internal system, and this is the aluminum basis, I guess. So, pretty solid. And you're seeing my reflection, hello. And for this, you're seeing the material quality. This is pretty much a solid stuff. So you got a dedicated system, and inside here, you got a stainless steel, I guess chain, we can call it chain, or line. Yes, you can see the piece and you can see the connection points. I think it's a very precise device, and you got a serial here. So I'm going to continue to show you. I'm going to go back and I'm going to sit. So you are seeing my reflection on the seat. This is the back side, so it needs to be reflected, don't worry. And it's opening up. Good. As you can see the tension, this is a huge screen. And let me just show you how huge it is. I'm going to walk back. This is 120 inch. 75 inch TV looks like a toy. So in a small room, right now you're seeing a narrower angle camera. So this is huge. Again, in this section, I want to show you with the wide angle how big from the back side of things, it's going to reflect me how big the 120 inch is. Normally in the dark room, when I stand beside the visual, you don't get the idea because everything is dark and you feel like, okay, it's a big image projected. This is a 75 inch TV. Look, me and the TV. This is a 120 inch image and humongous, huge. So I'm going to lay it down and I'm going to reverse it and we're going to continue through the rest of the video. But it's pretty silent. Let me just stand right beside it. This is the noise level. Let me just get close with the mic. This is something, this is really closest that it something as a screen can get, I guess. Because normally I had regular cheap, I've showed you, with a regular white cheap like $300 to $500 screens, and their motors are pretty much not silent. Build quality is awful, and we already have tension. I've showed you with the side liners, so both arms are extending and also the lines around the edge of the screen. In this section of the video, I mentioned the remote control. I want to shoot another section. So this is the remote control of nothing projector screens. So normally you can push up and down and stop. but I'm not going to do that. I've thrown the remote control. This is Epson LS300 remote. And what I'm going to do is boot up from ground up. So it is not coming from standby. Everybody asks how fast these screens are. So I'm going to boot up from scratch. This is power off. I'm going to hit the power from Epson LS300. And as soon as it's get the power, I'm trying to push my white screen at the back. It's giving the signal to the USB dongle. What USB dongle is giving to the signal to the Nothing projector screen. Everything works its way out. So when the Epson is booting, it needs to start the Android or Google TV inside. Many of the smart projectors has to do the same procedure from the power off and power up point. So until they boot up, as you can see, the pictures is coming. The screen is already on, but we are waiting to cache. And then, don't get me wrong, this is, by the way, the fast Android device. This can play 4K internally. So it's not a slow device by any means, but still, when you get the pictures, until you get the menu of the device, you're going to have the screen already on. So it's not a speed issue. But if you power up from a standby point, Epson can open up from 2 seconds up to 3 seconds. Of course, then screen might not catch that, but once you choose your episode or your favorite app and then go inside of a movie or a TV series episode and then hit the play, well, you're going to be having the screen ready, don't worry. So when people tell that these things are slow, like TV nerds are so much commenting about this, these are not fast. So if you're comparing to the TV, we're not comparing anything, actually. Nothing can match this. So I'm going to show you side by side with the TVs too. In my opinion, projector always a winner compared to the TV. There is some sort of a feeling to it, which I explain in many of my videos. But when you compare the speed, my Android TV, if it's starting up from 0 power to full Android boot up, it will take similar time. So TVs are similar, but if you come from standby, then okay, you got a couple of seconds. I think it's not a problem. I think it's working pretty fast, and this is a very helpful way without using any more remote than just a single one. And if you add Bluetooth devices to these setup, you don't even have to use anything else. You just synchronize with Bluetooth speakers like soundbars and stuff, and then you're just going to use the remote control of your projector. You don't have anything else. This is a simplicity, just like a TV, maybe even more.